All right, let's dive in. Today, we are breaking down a platform called Aurum. We've gone through all their official guides and promotional materials to put together a clear picture of how it's all supposed to work. Our whole goal here is to stick to what their own documents say and just lay it out for you, plain and simple. So let's get right to it. This quote really hits the nail on the head when it comes to how Aurum presents itself. And you'll see this word ecosystem pop up again and again in their materials. It points to this whole system of interconnected tools and programs. So let's keep that idea front and center as we explore how all these pieces are designed to fit together. Okay, first things first. How does someone actually get on the platform? We're going to walk through the very first steps exactly as they're described in the official user guide. Now, what's really interesting here is that before you can even think about creating an account, the guide hits you with this disclaimer. They put it right at the very beginning. The platform is super explicit about it. This is for informational purposes only, it's not financial advice, and any results you get are on you, your effort, your risk tolerance. So right out of the gate, they're making it crystal clear that the responsibility is on the user. So the first couple of steps to sign up are pretty standard stuff, right? Email, phone, create a password. But then you hit step 3, and that's where you get the first real glimpse into that ecosystem at work. You have to enter an invite code from the person who referred you. The guide says this code is mandatory, which tells you right away that new people are brought in exclusively through existing users. So once you're in, what do you actually find inside this ecosystem? Well, their materials lay out this whole suite of different products, and each one has its own specific job to do. Let's take a look at what they are. The first tool in the toolbox is something called the EX-AI Bot. In their promo materials, they describe it as an advanced quantum AI trading engine. And based on their own visuals, it looks like its main job is automated trading, with a heavy focus on performance and accuracy. Next up, you have the Aurum card. You know that classic problem in crypto, right? How do you actually use your digital assets for everyday stuff? Well, this seems to be their answer. It's pitched as a payment solution designed to bridge the gap between crypto and traditional banking. And rounding out the main tools, we've got the ZEUS AI Bot. Now, this is another trading tool, but its positioning is a bit different. It's specifically framed as a solution for achieving what the platform repeatedly calls passive income. Okay, pay close attention to this chart because it's super important for understanding how these products plug into the financial side of things. Notice that they don't all work the same way. The EX-AI bot, for example, contributes to both sales volume and profit sharing. But then look at the ZEUS AI bot. It only contributes to what they call profit share, which seems to be the returns the tool itself generates. That's a really key detail to grasp if you want to understand how this whole system is engineered. And all of this leads us to what their documents describe as the real engine of the platform, the partner program. This is the framework that links those products we just saw to how a user can earn money and move up through the ranks. So the partner program is built around these 6 different ways to earn income. They're basically split into 2 big buckets. You've got rewards based on your own direct activities, and then rewards based on the activities of the team you bring in. To really get it, let's just break down a couple of the most important concepts, starting with direct sale. Direct sales is pretty straightforward. Basically, their materials say you earn a commission as high as 18.5% on any product sales that come from people you personally brought into the platform. Now, direct profit share is a little different. It's tied to how well the products your referrals are using actually perform. The documents explain it as getting a daily cut of the profits from your direct clients' trading. But here's the real kicker. The percentage you get is tied directly to your rank in the system. And that whole idea of rank we just mentioned, yeah, that is absolutely central to everything here. The entire progression system is built around what they call legacy levels. You can think of the whole program as a ladder with 15 rungs, or levels. So how do you climb this ladder? Well, it's all based on something they call legacy volume, which the guide says is 40% of the total sales made by your team. As that volume goes up, partners climb the levels, and as they do, their earning percentages get bigger and they unlock new bonuses. I mean, this slide just gives you such a powerful sense of the scale of this thing. On the left, you've got the starting line, Aurum Nova, where there are no requirements, and then all the way on the right, you have the top tier, Aurum Alpha, which requires a staggering 100 million in legacy volume. It really shows you the full journey that's mapped out. And what happens if you actually make it all the way to that top Aurum Alpha rank? Well, according to the documents, there's a one-time extra bonus of, get this, $3 million. And it's not just the huge one-time bonuses that scale up. The percentages you can earn regularly also skyrocket. Take that direct profit share we talked about. It starts at just 5% at one of the early ranks, but it climbs all the way up to 30% at the very top. The message is pretty loud and clear, right? The system is designed to heavily, heavily reward you for climbing those ranks. Okay, so you've got all these products, these levels, this complex program. It's a lot to take in. You're probably wondering, so what kind of support do they offer people to navigate all this? Well, the last piece of the ecosystem that the materials describe is all about education, events, and community. At the very heart of this support system is the AURM Academy. It's literally called the educational core of the ecosystem. And its stated goal is to give every single partner, whether they're a total beginner or a seasoned pro, what they call a step-by-step path to success. So what do they actually teach you in this academy? The documents lay out presentations that cover all the fundamentals, how the products work, how the legacy system works, but they also get into practical training with real use cases, live Q&As with leaders, and all the latest company news. It's basically set up to be a complete training program for their business model. And it's not all just online learning. The materials make it clear that the reward system also includes in-person events. They say that the top-performing partners can qualify for these global get-togethers, leadership retreats, and chances to network with the main Aurum team. So that brings us right back to where we started, to that big idea of an ecosystem. As we've seen from their own materials, Aurum isn't just one product. It's a combination of financial tools built on top of a multi-level partner program that runs on team-based sales, and the whole thing is held together by a dedicated training and community system. It really leaves us with one big question to think about. Is this kind of fully integrated model, blending tools, a tiered program, and community, the next step in how people earn in the crypto space?